In this video, let us learn about annotation-based metadata configuration. Spring uses this as an alternative to XML-based metadata configuration. There are annotations which can be added above the class, above the method, and above the fields. Spring uses these annotations to create and inject the beans. These are few annotations which we will be discussing: @component, @autowired, @qualifier, @value, @predestroy, and @postconstruct. Predestroy and postconstruct are used together with the life cycle of bean. @component. This annotation can be added above the class. The moment Spring sees @component above the class, it will create an object of that particular class. @autowired. Whenever you have a dependency, you need to add this @autowired. Spring automatically will wire the dependency to that particular class. @value is similar to the value that we have learnt in XML-based metadata configuration to give value to the primitive types. So, if your class is having primitive type, use @value, and if your class is having another class's instance variable, use @autowired. If we are having more than one bean of the same type, then we will be using @qualifier. Now, we will see all these annotations using an example. Here also I am using a Maven project only. Once we have understood the basic concepts, we will go into Spring Boot. Here I am going to use a Maven project. Once we have understood the concepts of Spring, we will move on to Spring Boot for working with Spring Framework. Let me first create a Maven project. File, New, Maven project. Create a simple project. Click Next. com.example.training. Anno demo. Click Finish. The application is created. Now in pom.xml, I need to add Spring context as dependency. Already we have done it in the previous application, that is in setter demo. Let me copy it from there. So from dependencies till dependencies I am copying it, and I will add it in pom.xml. Next to version. So it is dependencies. Inside dependency I have added Spring context. Next, I need two classes, employee and address, to understand annotation-based metadata configuration. Let me first add the classes. Here my classes are ready. Employee class with name and employee ID as primitive instance variables, and address of type address. And this is my address class. In address I have city and zip code. And I have also created the main client with public static void main. Now I am annotating the employee class with @component. This means I am telling the IOC container to create an object of employee. What will be the ID of this class? It will be the class name in lowercase, that is employee. Let me import @component. Next, address. Address also I need to annotate it with @component. I am importing it. So, I am telling the IOC container to create an object of employee and then object of address. Now, how to inject values for the primitive types? For that, we will use @value annotation. This has to be added above the setter methods. So, let me start adding @value above setCity. @value within double quotes, I can give the value. And similarly above setZip code, @value. I can give this value in double quotes. Spring will automatically do the conversion part. Now let me import this. Okay. Let me come to the employee class. In the employee class also above the setter methods, I need to add @value. For primitive types, I need to use @value. Let me give value for name and value for employee ID. Here also the conversion will happen automatically. Let me import it. Next, I have address. So it means address should be injected into employee. So for that, we are going to use the annotation @autowired. In case of autowired, I can add it either above the field or above the setter method or above the constructor. That is, we can do field injection or setter-based dependency injection or constructor-based dependency injection. To start with, I am doing field injection. So, what is the meaning of @auto-void? This means I am telling the IOC container to inject address instance into employee. Already the address instance will be created by the IOC container. Now it will inject it into employee. We have added all the annotations. Now let us go to the main class. I have already created the main class with public static void main. Here we need to instantiate the IOC container. So it is application context. Context is equal to. In this scenario, we are using annotation-based metadata configuration. So the class name will be annotation config application context. How the IOC container will identify in which place these classes are available? In case of XML, you pass the XML file name. In case of annotation, you need to pass the package name. So I can just pass the root package com.srishti. In the next line, as usual, I can call context.getBean of employee. As I told you, the bean name will be same as that of the class name, but in lowercase or in camel case. If your class name is employee details, in that scenario, the bean name will be employee details, E in lowercase and D in uppercase. Next is employee.class, and the return type is employee. And let us try to print the employee object. Already I have overridden toString method, so this should work fine. Let me save it and let me run it. So now you can see the output. Let us see the flow. In the first line, we are instantiating the IOC container. Because it is annotation config application context, we are informing the IOC container to read from com.srishti. The IOC container will go and read for all the classes that are annotated with @component. It will create singleton beans. By default, the Spring framework will create only singleton objects. If you want to create objects for each and every call, in that scenario, you need to go in for a different scope. We will talk about scope later. So in this case, it is identifying two classes, address and employee, annotated with @component. So it is creating objects for address and employee. In case of employee, you have used @auto-void above address instance variable. So automatically it will inject or it will wire address into employee. And what about value? Value also will be added to the instance variable of employee class. And now let us check few more modifications. In the main client, I will try to give a different name, EMPL. Let me run this again. Now I am getting an exception. No such bean definition name. No bean named IMPL available. As I told you, the bean name will be same as that of the class in lowercase. What if I want to give a different name? Just you can pass it as parameter or pass it as value within double quotes. Now again, let me run the application. Now this is working fine. One more thing, in employee class, we have used @auto-void above the field. Here we have used field-based dependency injection. Let me also show you how to do setter-based dependency injection. I am removing this @auto-void and adding it above set address. Now I will run it. There will be no change in the output. So in this case, we have used setter-based dependency injection. Address object is injected using the setter method. To make it clear, if it is a normal Java application, first we create the employee object. That is employee is equal to new employee. In the next line, we are calling set address method to add the address object. So similar to that is this, adding @auto-void above set address. Next, let me also show you how to do constructor-based dependency injection. For that, let me create a constructor. Go to source, generate constructor using fields. Only with address. Above address, I will add @auto-void. I have removed it from above set address and I have added it above the constructor. Now let me just run the application. You are getting the same output. So this is similar to writing employee emp is equal to new employee of, I am passing the address object. So while creating the employee object itself, you are injecting address instance. So with the help of Spring, you can either do field injection or setter based dependency injection or constructor based dependency injection. Compared to XML, working with annotation is very easy. It makes your code look clean. One more thing, there is one more annotation called @qualifier which we have to use together with @autowired. We will discuss about auto wiring in the next session. Thank you.